Hello and welcome, as it is the completion of the 21st day of July 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. Like we're always, all bets, trades, and of the like. Well, that is within each his own risk and their own reward. We're going to go over Bitcoin, the precious metals, and I'm going to go over what I hope is not true, but it looks like I am a victim of theft, and I'm going to talk about that as well. And let's get started. So Bitcoin, we had the high in 2018, and that's up to 20,000, down to the 3,000 level. Here's this key Fibonacci levels: 23.6, 38.2, and 61.8%. And all we had in today's session was a decent-sized gain, but really only getting up to the upper end of this range and attempting to break this thing out. And it's still the upper end of this not so doing much moves lately, which starts really back at the end of April. It means we got resistance here at the 9,800-ish area if it's able to go any further. Short-term analysis, these little areas in here of the previous day's resistance is what I'd be looking for. Any kind of holding, we can see that the market had a very big move at 3 o'clock in the morning and is making higher highs and higher lows. So where we came from was this little resistance about 9,200. You can almost say that'd be the shorter term must hold area if we're going to be having any type of pullbacks. Ideally, what you'd want to have is even a bit more gain higher and then make the comeback area maybe next somewhere around here at 9,300, or even better yet, go much above this and make the comeback area maybe at 94. But yeah, Bitcoin is doing good, but the precious metals are doing fantastic. And we'll start off with gold, and at 1,843. And within it, it's been just consistently going up since when? Well, pretty much you can say since the end of 2018. The bottom in here happened pretty much at the end of 2016, but we had a lot of this resistance here at the 13.25 handle. A little bit here, and then a little bit again at this, and now it's at the area previous high, 1920, not too far away from it. We're about 4 or 5% from the nominal all-time high in the US dollar number as it continues to accelerate amongst the daily term time frame. Let's move on to silver. And on its monthly time frame, we got a chart, a market that's $22.5, $30 Canadian. And that level's going back to like 7 years now, as it's attempting this breakout phase and from this awesome failed breakdown period. Now, as far as what I've been stating about the theft, and I don't know if it is, but it unfortunately looks like it might be, and I'll tell you what I think might be going on. I ended up buying some silver, which then was sent to shipment on UPS. And then the day that was normally supposed to come, which was a little while ago, a couple of weeks, week and a half ago now, the status said it was delayed on the UPS webpage, and it stayed that way for a few days. And then it got switched from delayed to delayed shipment, and then it stayed that way again for several days. And then I checked last night, and it said, oh, delivered today at 11:02 a.m. And yet at 11 o'clock, the dogs didn't bark, nobody came here, yet it said somebody signed for it at that, and I didn't. And that's 17.5 ounces of silver that unfortunately might not come my way. I did fill in a claims report. There's not much else I could do at this stage. I'm just hoping for the best. But I mean, I just look at situations and stuff that anyone can have a metal detector. They could just go through different packages. And there was a several amount of days, like a week and a half or so, where the thing was just stuck in a big office where there's probably hundreds and thousands of different boxes. And they just can scan each little box and see if they can find. And then the metal detectors will say if there's gold or silver in there. And of course, mine would have said silver in it. Whether that's the case, I don't know. But I just know that it never came. And the internet or the UPS said that it did yesterday. So I'm definitely not too enthusiastic about it. I am enthusiastic, of course, of the price increase. And 17.5 ounces really isn't that much. But it's still 17.5 ounces that I would have liked to have received. And I still hope that I do. Either way, and I'm in a situation with a very good portfolio for fiat, cash, cryptocurrencies, and silver and gold. I got a very good setup right now in fantasy sports as business gets very, very wild with the start of the hockey season. I'm going to give you a baseball pick tomorrow. I have an over-under that I'm going to be talking. I'm going to talk about over-unders in baseball tomorrow. And I got one pick for Friday's baseball game. Not the opener, but on Friday. Game I think has got a very good chance of going over 7.5 runs, and we'll go through that. But yeah, just good setup right now for that. Playing baseball and hockey as the games are coming into play. Major League Baseball starts up on Thursday, and the National Hockey League, not the weekend coming, but the weekend after that. And the way it looks, a lot of times my big gains were just that. And a lot of times they'd offer me 1 game a day that was extremely profitable. And now there's a good chance they're going to offer 7 to 8. So the volume that I'm going to get in that is just fantastic. Anyway, that's just off subject. Another reason why I'm saying that too is I just let you know I'm doing fine with everything as well, that I can only do so many of these videos because there's going to be a lot of work. But even then, when I'm doing all the work and something, sometimes I just want to take a break and do something different. So doing these videos, I don't think is going to come to an end. Don't get too much for viewership, but it is what it is. And I've been consistent doing these videos for quite some time, talking about the reasons why to get into gold and silver. I've had an icon of a silver bullion coin for quite some time. No reason for me to consider changing it, as of course silver is my favorite investment that there is. Now, silver and Canadian dollars, again, $30 an ounce, 30 and a quarter here. Gold at 2,500 US or Canadian, as it's managed to get above this key Fibonacci line at 26.5. And on the monthly term time frame, there you got your uptrend, starts to go down, little sideways attempt to break out here, not so. An attempt here, and after successful correctionary move, it's made a higher high to this level. You can almost look at the stages, 4 stages I've talked about. Stage 1, band flattening out, which happened in here. Stage 2, establish resistance. Well, stage 3, come back to the band. Stage 4, break it. Well, we just technically broke that level of resistance now. And even in here, establish this level of resistance, come back. And then, of course, it's just broken that same little level there. So putting this on a bullish level on the monthly term time frame is most certainly going to be the play. On every single time frame, weekly, bullish as well, just starting a nice little trend. Daily has continued the run, as from the bottom, it consolidated nice in here, establishing a little bit of a higher leg up to this 22 level in April. And after good consolidatory confinement within the band or correctionary phase, it broke into another leg higher here at 24. Again, correcting through time, and we can see that the exitation of the 18 average, really occurring around July the 7th, has been nothing but phenomenal, especially with today's result, because this here, July 22nd, up 5.7%. It's 8:39 p.m. Eastern time. This is since like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, around 5 o'clock or so. So this is just the last 3.5 hours, and you can probably see this on the hourly time frame. Yeah, there we got the 6 o'clock hour. It broke out from 28 high change to what's now $30 low change. How do you do kind of deal? And this thing has just been a rockin' and a rollin'. All right then, so thank you for tuning in to this video, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.